The very fact that I'm still playing at 38 is a message within itself. I've always taken the physicalities of the game quite seriously in terms of my conditioning. It wasn't always the way, but when the game became very much more professional, I took that on board, and like I said, I'm still hitting all the physical numbers that you'd probably expect from your 25-year-old, so I'm very proud about that. I think once you played for 20 years, you've probably seen and been in most situations, so that always stands you in great stead when there are challenges, coming around the corner.
Peter, welcome to Trent Bridge. How have the first few weeks been for you?
Yeah, they've been great. The boys have been fantastic. The buzz in the squad is exactly how Peter described it. The boys are flat out into their training, getting themselves ready for a big season in 2020. Yeah, it's been really impressive to be around. New group of guys. It's obviously quite intimidating going into a new environment, but the guys have welcomed me with open arms, and we're having a lot of fun.
Yeah, how's that been, having been with Somerset for such a long time? I suppose it's been a while since in the county game you've gone into a new dressing room. Yeah,
it's I got really nervous actually, which is strange to think after so many years of playing. But again, you've got 20 new peers to impress with your skills, coaches, and all that kind of stuff. So, but I suppose the one thing I have learnt through my career is just to be yourself, and that generally that sort of bonds the relationships pretty quickly. I haven't tried to be anyone I'm not. I've just myself. Hard-working cricketer that obviously most of the boys have played against for many years, and it's obviously going to be different now that we're playing with each other. But I think we're all pretty excited about what the season will be bringing this year.
What is it about the challenge of the next couple of years at Notts that excited you to be here?
Well, I think first and foremost, it's been a fantastic ground for me in particular as a player. I think the conditions here, with the ball swinging and the pace and bounce of the pitch, really suits me as a cricketer, batting and bowling, so that's obviously very exciting. But it's probably fair to say that from a championship cricket point of view, things haven't been going in the right direction, and I think you can almost draw a line under the season that Notts had last year, which probably surprised everyone. So it's almost like a blank, fresh canvas really, and hopefully I can come in and add some quality and experience to the team. The goal is obviously to be bouncing straight back up and challenging for the county championship in 2021. So it's a really exciting time for the club, and I just only hope that I can add to what is already a fantastic sort of environment.
Yeah, you talk about your record at Trent Bridge with bat and ball. What are the standout moments for you having played here as an opponent?
Well, I think I had my career best bowling here for quite a while. I was actually playing for Middlesex at the time, very early on in my career. I think I took the first 6 wickets, which was great. So I know the ball always swings here, which obviously keeps you in the game. There's a bit of extra pace in here, as opposed to a lot of the grounds in the south of the country. Also, the challenges, from a one-day cricket perspective, to play in the North Group is really exciting, because when you just play in the South Group, you play the same teams over and over again. So there's a lot of players I haven't played against, which again adds a little bit of a new dimension, a bit of freshness to my game. And like I said, the ground itself, I mean, it's a bit of an old cliched sports thing, but if you can't get excited to play at a ground like this, you're really doing the wrong job. So I'm absolutely buzzing to be here and can't wait to get started.
In terms of the championship as well, you're on a white ball contract towards the end of your time with Somerset. Are you looking forward to getting back out there, red ball in hand?
Yeah, of course. I'm really excited. It's a strange thing. Obviously, it's very new to sign white ball contracts. Obviously, the nature of the pitch in Taunton for the last 3 or 4 years wasn't really conducive to having a seam bowling all round or around. So it was obviously a practical decision to sign for the white ball stuff, which was pretty exciting in itself. But you miss those challenges. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The test of your quality as a player, mentally, physically, technically, is in 4-day cricket, and something that I did miss last year. Obviously, it brings with it certain challenges, but I'm more than capable of meeting those, and again, really excited to get started, because the basis of any good quality county side is how they're doing in the championship. So that's a big focus for me coming to the club.
Some of the profiles I read about you as you left Somerset talked about you as being an entertainer, that being one of the things they remembered you for. Is that something you're conscious of out there in front of the fans here?
Well, again, in terms of being inspired playing at a ground like this, I think, you know, it's a very precious position you're put in as a professional sportsman, to be able to do, you know, your chosen sport for a job. And also, I think a lot of sports people can get a bit carried away with their own performances, but ultimately we are kind of on the pitch. Our job really is to entertain people, whether it be having a bit of banter with the crowd, you know, whatever. I hope whenever I do stop playing, I think I'd like to be known as someone who plays with passion, plays, you know, with their heart on their sleeve and a smile on my face. If you can't do that, you're probably again in the wrong job. And like I said, it's something I take pride in. I'm very happy to leave it all out there on the field. Hopefully the not faithful will become used to, you know, a lot of, you know, antics, but it's all down to performance and winning games. And if it's entertaining, then brilliant.
And I know when you signed, Pete Moore's mentioned that you could be an influence not just on the field, but as a senior figure in the Notts dressing room. How do you think you can pass things on to some of the young guys in there?
Well, I suppose the very fact that I'm still playing at 38 is a message within itself. I've always taken the physicalities of the game quite seriously in terms of my conditioning. It wasn't always the way, but when the game became very much more professional, I took that on board. And like I said, I'm still hitting all the physical numbers that you'd probably expect from your 25-year-old. So I'm very proud about that. But again, there are things that I've learned. The mental side of the game that is obviously a massive thing. Certain moments in the game, in games, that I hope to be right on top of, and again pass my experience to the younger players who may not have been in those situations. I think once you play for 20 years, you've probably seen and been in most situations, so that always stands you in great stead when there are challenges, you know, coming around the corner. If I can help one of the other lads get through a certain passage of play, then that's what a senior player should be doing, and hopefully I can bring that to the squad.
Thanks, Peter. Good luck for the season.
Thank you very much.